Welcome everyone to the Global Family Conference 2.0. I'm really excited. We've been anticipating this for the past couple of months, and right now we are live and we are running. Make sure to comment your presence down below and let us know how the last family conference impacted you. Let us know if you were here and if you're going to be here this year with your family. I am Siri Ikomuni. I'm a broadcaster and I am the voice behind all the voiceovers for My Marriage, My Pride. Global Family Conference is an annual family gathering powered by My Marriage, My Pride Family Arena. This journey began last year with the vision to show families the roadmap and godly methods to a blissful family life. Last year's theme was fostering family bonds in a globalized world. It was really a time for family revival, and we had amazing testimonies as to the work that God did in families through the conference. And this year, the Global Family Conference 2.0 brings us the Wholesome family. It's going to be a really great time with a lot of family practitioners who know their onions. When it comes to the family, you have nothing to worry about. Get ready and make sure you have your family members with you, and make sure you are registering your presence down below in the comment section. This year, the aim is to change the perspective that the family is a battlefield. Your family can be whole in all aspects of life, taking you back to the original purpose of God for marriage and family. Look forward to 8 speakers in 9 power-packed sessions, morning and evening, every day for 5 days. One topic leads to another topic, and to the next topic, and to the next topic. You don't want to miss it. This event is for everyone: singles, newlyweds, new parents, teen parents, grandmas, grandpas, everybody. So long as you have a family, we expect to see you here. The spotlight of this event is that Coach Onu Comfort has prepared 12 family pillars that comes in 12 series of books that teaches us the essentials and strongholds for a thriving marriage and family life. These books will be released in October 2024, but they are available for pre-order for those people that like to get it fast. Details will be available as the conference goes on. Once again, welcome to the Wholesome family, the Global Family Conference 2.0.
Hello everyone, finally the Global Family Conference 2.0 is here, and I'm Olu Comfort, the privileged convener of the Global Family Conference 2.0, and I'm elated to welcome you all here. This program is born out of passion to see family thriving, passion to see family enjoying. Family is beautiful, and people can enjoy family because that is the purpose of God for family. The menace in the family has given family a new turn. Our vision and our desire is to let people know that this menace is from the pit of hell. You can enjoy family. Your family can be whole. Your family can be beautiful. You don't need to endure family. You have to enjoy family in every aspect of life. And here at the Global Family Conference 2.0, 9 power-packed section with topics that will take you to the foundation. When I was preparing for this program, I gave out the first topic to the speakers, but the Holy Spirit told me that we have to go deeper, because for you to enjoy a wholesome family, you must build a strong structure for your family. And that is what this conference is all about. Going back to the roots, building structure that your family will rely on, and your family will be settled permanently forever. If only you can do these 3 things: hear the word, receive the word, and apply the word you will hear to your family, and your family will be settled permanently for life, enjoying peace and harmony in all aspects. And on behalf of all the 8 speakers, I want to tell you that it's going to be awesome. God has prepared them and they are ready to impact your family. And the question is, are you prepared? Please, buckle up. Let us go on this journey of birthing a wholesome family and restoring joy and happiness into your family. And that is what God is going to do in this conference. Stay with us and enjoy these 5 days and rebirth your family. See you. Hello everyone, finally the Global Family Conference 2.0 is here, and I'm Olu Comfort, the privileged convener of the Global Family Conference 2.0, and I'm elated to welcome you all here. This program is born out of passion to see family thriving, passion to see family enjoying. Family is beautiful and people can enjoy family because that is the purpose of God for family. The menace in the family has given family a new tone. Our vision and our desire is to let people know that this menace is from the pit of hell. You can enjoy family. Your family can be whole. Your family can be beautiful. You don't need to endure family. You have to enjoy family in every aspect of life. And here at the Global Family Conference 2.0, 9 power-packed section with topics that will take you to the foundation. When I was preparing for this program, I gave out the first topic to the speakers, but the Holy Spirit told me that we have to go deeper. Because for you to enjoy a wholesome family, you must build a strong structure for your family. And that is what this conference is all about. Going back to the roots, building structure that your family will rely on and your family will be settled permanently forever. If only you can do these 3 things: hear the word, receive the word, and apply the word you will hear to your family, and your family will be settled permanently for life, enjoying peace and harmony in all aspects. And on behalf of all the 8 speakers, I want to tell you that it's going to be awesome. God has prepared them and they are ready to impact your family. And the question is, are you prepared? Please, buckle up. Let us go on this journey of birthing a wholesome family and restoring joy and happiness into your family. And that is what God is going to do in this conference. Stay with us and enjoy these 5 days and rebirth your family. See you. Hello everyone, finally the Global Family Conference 2.0 is here, and I'm Olu Comfort, the privileged convener of the Global Family Conference 2.0, and I'm elated to welcome you all here. This program is born out of passion to see family thriving, passion to see family enjoying. Family is beautiful and people can enjoy family because that is the purpose of God for family. The menace in the family has given family a new tone. Our vision and our desire is to let people know that this menace is from the pit of hell. You can enjoy family. Your family can be whole. Your family can be beautiful. You don't need to endure family. You have to enjoy family in every aspect of life. And here at the Global Family Conference 2.0, 9 power-packed section with topics. Wow, we are live. Hello everyone. Good morning. I'm super excited this morning and I welcome everyone to the day 3 of the Global Family Conference with team, the Wholesome family. Wow, you are welcome. Good morning. It has been awesome since the beginning of the conference. The day 1 was power packed. The day 2, oh my God, no, blew me off, blew me away. I was like, God, no, our eyes was open to a lot of things, and I want to say thank you to God for this opportunity. And here we are again, day 3, and guess what is coming your way? Oh my God, you can't recover from this in a hurry because we are having an amazing speaker in the house this morning. Someone who has been in the business, of bringing unity and harmony, in family between parents and children. She has been all over the place, Nigeria, doing this everywhere, and she's here again. It's a privilege for us to have her here. It's a privilege for us to have her, and I want you to be expectant. If you can hear me and you are excited just the way I am this morning, please let me see you in the comment section. Keep dropping it in the comment section. Your excitement. You need to show our speaker some love. If you don't show some love in the comment section, I'm not going to bring her in. I'm not going to bring her in. Let me have reactions. Let me have some comments in the comment section. Some love emoji. Some fire emoji. Let us bring down the fire of the Holy Ghost in the comment section. The Holy Ghost is in charge right now, and is going to open the heart of everyone to receive the word. He's going to say the word powerfully through our guest speaker this morning. So be expectant. It's going to be a wonderful time by the grace of God. And I'm not supposed to be the moderator for this morning, but our moderator will come later. We are having some technical issue here, so she will be here later. And one of the things she's coming to tell us is the spotlight of this program. Just while I was preparing for the conference, the Holy Spirit told me, early in the morning, that I should write 12 books, and he called it the 12 family pillars. I should write 12 books, and this 12 book is going to help families. This 12 book is going to help families, in the pain point of family life. That's where all this topic came out from. And these books are in 12 series. The act of intimacy, communication, relationship with extended family, how to balance technology and family, family work life. There are some 12 of them. And he said, treat each pillar every month. Treat each pillar every month. So these books are available on pre-order. It will be launched on 30th, but they are available on pre-order. So this is the spotlight for this conference. And right now, I am going to be leaving the podium, leaving you in the hands of my mother, my mentor, a very wonderful woman. When I met her, the first time I spoke with her, so I think she had known me all her life. And if you check on a social media platform, when people talk about what she has been doing in Port Harcourt, that we are blessed to have her. And I want to say I am blessed to have met Mommy Derry, and she's here live and direct this morning. So everybody, with a clap in the comment section, help me, join me, welcome Mommy Aderinola Afolaranmi.
Aderinola Afolaranmi is a trained civil engineer,
turned into engineering parent and teens relationship with a passionate desire about transforming the parent and teenagers' relationship dynamics in Africa and beyond. She is the founder of Parent Teen Connect, a social impact initiative set up to build the gap between parents and their teenagers. Aderinola is a wife, a mother, and a daughter of Zion, connected to the very source of life, God Himself. She is also the CEO of Daring's Thread, an indigenous tailoring, garments production, and manufacturing company. She is the author of the critically acclaimed Heads Up Parent Toolkit, an easy-to-read parenting guide, affirmation cards, and worksheets. Her latest books are The Path to Intentional Parenting, Olokiki Teens, On My Way to Being Reputable, My Affirmations for Parents, and 1 Corinthians 13 Teenager. She is an exceptional teen mentor, the parent teen coach, treatment and prevention of substance use disorder therapist, trainee facilitator of John Maxwell's Change Your World value tables, anger management therapist, and a certified sex therapist. She is the lead, the Green Teens Hub, convener, When Parents Gather, the Home is at Peace, Teenagers Time Out with Auntie Derry, a writer and an author. She is the voice of the teenager ringing in the ears of their parents, helping parents in raising wholesome and balanced children in the 21st century and being in the teens space, helping them to take informed decisions after answering the question, who am I? Please join me to welcome Aderinola Afolaranmi.
Can you hear me, ma? Please let me know if I can be heard. Hello.
Yes, ma'am, we can hear you.
Okay, awesome. Awesome. Good morning, my beautiful sister. Good morning and good morning. Good morning once again. Good morning, everyone. I am privileged to be here this morning because of this sweet soul, our coach, Olu Comfort. I celebrate you, ma'am. I celebrate the grace of God on your life. And to every parent who is on this call, I want you to put your hands together and celebrate yourself. Thank you for making it here. I'm clapping for you because this link, this invite went viral, went everywhere. But just a few of us made it here. There is a purpose and there's a reason for it. It's not an accident. So I want to celebrate every parent on this call. It's good to have you here and trusting God that our time together will be fruitful and it will bring glory to God and blessings to our homes in the name of Jesus. Once again, thank you, Coach Olu Comfort. I honor you and I honor the grace of God upon your husband's life also. Thank God for all that you do. This one that we have made noise like this, I'm trusting God for grace this morning. Because it's okay. Sincerely, I'm super excited to be here because everything that has to do with teenagers, parenting, the home, that is what I breathe. Even though I'm into the manufacturing industry and all that, this is what brings life, fulfillment to my heart. It wakes me up on a daily basis. There must be a reason why you wake up. If you have not found that purpose, look for it. If you have not found it, look for it. You are not just here for being here sick. You are not just here to be daddy, to go and work, bring money for the home. You are here for a reason. You are not just here to be a mother. There's a purpose in the heart of God for you. But as parents, we all are here also for this one purpose, to raise soldiers, to raise wholesome children for him, so that the generations after us can also birth another generation for him. There's a reason in God's heart. That's why he comes down in the cool of the day to fellowship with man. How are you relating with your children? That's the question this morning. How are you raising wholesome children? Many of us are just on our high hands, on our high horses, just being there. I'm your mother, I'm your father, you should listen to me. I know. But how are you connecting? How are you passing your message? If you're a co-creator with God, then create well. These children did not just fall into your home by accident. There is a reason you are their parents. You know, starting the journey of getting married, or maybe you just had a child out of wedlock, that's not the topic for this hour. But you have a child. There's a purpose why you are that child's parent. There's a reason God placed those children in your care. But sad to know, many of us entered into this business of parenting without anybody telling us what we are going to encounter. Nobody sat down and said, of course, the word of God is there, the Bible is there and all that. We just hear from the pulpit, parents, children are the heritage of the Lord, the fruit of the womb is his reward. They said you train up a child in the way he should go, and when he is old. What are the meanings of these things? We just enter into it, and then because we were raised in dysfunctional homes, or we were raised in such a way that our psyche was messed up, because we were raised in homes where even our parents didn't understand parenting, and then generation after generation, we just keep raising children the way we know how to. What is God saying about raising children? I'm not here to preach a quote Bible this morning. I know we know the word. If we don't know, along the line, as I teach, the word will come. But I want us to listen, and listen attentively. Is Dare perfect? No. But am I on a journey of perfection? Sure. Sure. And this morning, there's a word we've all been hearing. We all know this word. We just know the word. We say the word, but I'm going to be talking about that word this morning. And that word is intentionality. How intentional are you as a parent? See, before I got married, there are some things I decided. As in, I was a Christian. I'm still a Christian. I actually accepted God's kind of life as a teenager. So this journey of working with teenagers didn't start today. So there are some things I was intentional about. And by the grace of God, till today, I'm still intentional about them. I'll just mention two of it. One is having sex, or is it love making with my husband. I was very intentional about it. I made up my mind. This is how it's going to be. I would not allow him to say I denied him. So by the grace of God, till date, my marriage will be 30 years shortly. By grace, even when I'm sick, I oblige. The second thing I was intentional about is about raising my children. Do I make mistakes? Sure. Along the line, sure. Even recently, I still made mistake. Do you understand? But because I'm intentional, by the grace of God, because I am determined, the journey has been, to me, awesome. When I fail, I dust myself, pick myself up, and go on again. So there is grace in the house. There is grace in the house to be intentional. That is why I am here this morning, to call you to intentionality, so that you can raise wholesome children, so that you can do the work he has called you to do with all seriousness. Just follow me as I go along. I am speaking. A lot of times we prepare, but sometimes when you get there, some things will happen. And I'm trusting God that this morning will not be an exceptional. I've prepared slides before. I've gone to a meeting where it was total, in fact, turn around from, but the same purpose will be fulfilled. So if you are in the house, Coach Olu Comfort, is there a way I can see people's reaction? Is it possible? If not, I don't mind you reading it to me. If you're a parent in the house, I want you to give me 3 words that would describe your parenting. 3 words. I can't hear you, Ma. You are speaking. I think you are muted.
Oh, sorry, mommy. I will bring it up to the on the screen. If you scroll on the screen,
Okay. Okay, so that's fine. I want you to name your parenting journey with 3 words. I've asked teenagers these words before. In fact, this month of August has been a back-to-back movement with me. I've had various teenage meetings, sessions. I've been in 2 living camps. I just came back and I'm in another one this week. So I've been involved. And this journey, like I said, didn't start today. So the question I'm asking you, in your journey of intentionality, in your journey of raising wholesome children, I want you to name it for me in 3 words. Some parents have said, very frustrating, very annoying. Raising children is draining. Some say it's fun, but annoying sometimes. Some just use words. I want you to name your parenting journey so far. I'd like to see your responses. Name your parenting journey with 3 words. It has been pleasant, it has been fun, it has been enjoyable, it has been annoying, it has been frustrating, it has been draining. In fact, it has been opposite of what I've expected. Just name it this morning. We are on this journey together. Some of us will be healing this morning from where we're coming from. I'll share with you very briefly my own experience. And it's not to spite my parents. No, I still honor them. I still celebrate my parents till date. My father has gone to be with the Lord, but my mom is still here. The little I can, I still do. Do you understand? So my sharing this story is not to spite them or to dishonor them. It's just to bring to us so that you would understand what you are doing that is waiting for you tomorrow. Raising wholesome children is important. If you are not doing it right, get wisdom this morning. And I'm trusting God that we'll have a wonderful time. And so, Father, I give you thanks. I appreciate you because you speak to us by your Spirit. Lord, you have done it before. I ask that you do it again. Let your name be glorified. The words I will speak, let them bring life and understanding even to the hearts of your children, that we all shall be blessed. We'll be contented with your blessings. We'll return the glory to you, and the shame will send to the kingdom of darkness. In Jesus' matchless name we have prayed. Challenging, pleasant, joyful, awesome. But that challenging can be pregnant, Love, godliness, quality time. Awesome. Can I see just 2 more responses before I continue? 2 more responses. Love, godliness, quality time. Awesome. I love this parents. Quality time. That's godliness, love, challenging, okay? Pleasant, joyful. Okay, that's fine. So very quickly, I'll start from my little story. I was raised by parents who I believe love themselves. I believe so. I don't know how they found themselves. I was not there. And then my mother got pregnant, of course, and had me. Along the line, they started fighting. They were fighting. My siblings came. And then one day, out of many things she has been saying, that's my mom, she has been saying so many things. She said one word. She said one sentence and said, if not for you, I will not be in this problem. That word stuck to my brain for years that I was the one that's bringing her pain. That if she wasn't pregnant with me, she wouldn't have been in this mess. And then everything that was done, my mom was very strict, but her strictness was, hey, Jesus. She could beat you at the marketplace, even at the airport, even when we are traveling. She can slap you anywhere. So for me, there was no connection at all. No connection. So today I preach and I say to parents, one thing I want you to write down, if you have not written anything, is connectedness is the new gold in parenting. Connectedness is the new gold in parenting. If you're not connecting with your children, then you are not doing it right. Remember, I said in my intro that God comes down in the cool of the day. God created man, but every day he comes down from his throne to come and fellowship, sit down, gist, have fellowship, relate with Adam and Eve before he will return. That is the call of God upon our lives. When you have gone to work, you have gone for your businesses, you have gone everywhere. When you are coming home, all the pain outside, all the frustration, everything that you have experienced, everything, you don't come into your children with those things because you will not connect with them that way. Let us be like our Father, who comes down to the level of these children to relate with them. Many of us, our children want to talk to us, but we are not there. We are not there. So like I said from the beginning, I'm going to be talking to us very quickly about being an intentional parent, raising wholesome children. And by the time I'll be rounding up, I'll be talking about it with two C's, an A and a C, CAC. CCAC will be what we'll be rounding up with. And I'll be telling us what those things are on our journey in parenting. So what does it mean to be intentional? To be intentional means to be determined, to be calculative, to be purposeful, to be ready against all odds to raise wholesome children. Permit me to say to us, your children didn't come to your life to frustrate your life. No. That's my mom's way of raising us. Our parents did a good job, but sometimes a lot of us say, it's because they were slapping us, they were beating us, they were doing all that we got sense. It's a lie. Many of us are messed up. Some of us have not healed from our childhood traumas. That is why we are not raising wholesome children. Some of us are still living with those pains. Unconsciously, you think in your heart that because you're a parent now that you have outgrown it. It's not true. You need to seek help so that you will not do the same thing to your children. Some of us vowed then, I will not do this to my children. I will not do this. And then some of us are going to the extreme. Because I suffered, my child should not suffer. Hey. What are you doing? See, this journey is not, we can't finish it this morning, but I'll try by the Holy Spirit to just lay the foundation that we need to raise wholesome children. And in raising wholesome children, we need the grace of God. We need determination. We must be intentional. See, there's a difference between having good intentions and living an intentional life. Having good intention is passive. Living an intentional life is active. I want us to get that part before I continue. You must be intentional on your journey of parenting before you can raise wholesome children. It's not something you just wake up. It's very frustrating. There are parents in my circle. There are a lot of teenagers in my space that are my mentees. I hear things because I go to the field also. I go to schools, I go to churches. When I go to schools, it's like one-on-one. And when you hear what these children are saying, you can't help but ask a question. Where does this come from? Was from the home. They said this person did this, this one did that, and then who are you to blame? A lot of times I say the parents. I'm a parent too. A lot of times I say the parents. The truth is because we don't know. I'm not blaming anybody. I'm just trying to paint a picture here. Those things my mom did put a gap between my mom and I. A wide gap. We were not connected in any way. Sam. So I was just, but because Grace found me, those things she did to me then killed confidence. That is what a lot of us are doing. You are killing the confidence in your children, and you think you are raising wholesome children. That thing my mom did to me killed my self-esteem. I never knew I could even stand in front of 2 people, let's not talk of hundreds that I'm doing now. When I go to churches, sometimes most times when I get there, even over the years, most times when I get there, I'm like, me, I'm standing in front of all these people to speak. It is grace. It is grace that found me. As the same grace found you. Because if you are yelling, you are shouting, you are screaming, you are just not connecting, that's the wrong path. You are not raising wholesome children. See, the moment you start shouting, your children's ears are blocked. They're not listening to you. You say, it is when I yell, it is when I beat them, that's when they do the right thing. It's a lie. It's a lie from the pit of hell. Once you start yelling, once you start beating, they do the things you ask them to do because of the cane. You have not passed any message. A lot of times you say it's when I yelled that she packed her shoe. She didn't learn any lesson. She will put the shoe there again, then you will yell again. If yelling was working, you won't have to be yelling all the time. If yelling was working, I was there. But I learned early. In fact, one of the strategies I'll share very quickly before I continue was I wrote no yelling on cardboards. Different cardboard, different sizes, because I had one in my purse, I had one in the car, I had like 4 on my passage in the home. I had in the room. So I wrote no yelling. Yelling isn't allowed. Operation don't yell. I wrote different things about yelling. So when I'm about to get to that level, because many of us, like 99% of us, we are set on the high. We are just at the edge. Any little thing like this, you shout. Why are you shouting? Why? I wrote it there, and when I'm passing, I'm reading. Don't yell. Stop yelling. Yelling doesn't work. Yelling is not producing results. When you yell and your child removes the shoe, it's because you yelled. Then next time the child will put the shoe again, then you will yell. Next time the child will put the shoe again, then you will yell. Next time you say you didn't sweep, the child will sweep, you will yell. You keep yelling because the message has not been passed. When you say to your child, when you leave your shoes there, somebody can just stumble, and it could be you. If you fall, you'll wound yourself. That will stick in your child's brain. You are not begging the child not to put, but you're training, you are teaching. And then the child becomes conscious that, okay, when you put your shoe there, you might fall. Somebody might stumble. That's one thing I did when there's a nylon on the floor. I keep telling my children, once you pass nylon on the floor, pick it up and trash it. Because you might just slip, and that's an accident that could be very dangerous. So now they are very conscious. They are passing. It's not them that kept the nylon there, but they pick it up. It's not until you start slapping, I say pick it up, you did not pick it up, and then you are... Parents, please, 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 please. If you are still on the edge of, you are still on the angle of yelling, many of us have left you. You are alone there. Find your way out. If yelling works, a lot of us would have stopped yelling. It doesn't work. It's not producing. Then when they were yelling at you, you didn't like it. So why are you doing it to your children? Be to your children those things you wanted your parents to do and they didn't do. That's who you should be. Don't forget, I said connectedness is a new gold in parenting, and that is the way to raise wholesome children. I'm going somewhere. I want you to just come along with me. A lot of times we say to our children, we say things to our children that are hurtful. By the grace of God, I have a graduate who read law in Unilag. By the grace of God, I can only remember that I shouted at her, as in yelled at her once, and the day it happened, she wept. That is how intentional I am. And that is the way I'm talking is I want you to catch it. You can stop yelling. It's possible. Will you make will there be an accident that you just yelled one day? Sure, sure. But don't let it be your lifestyle. Through that method, you cannot raise wholesome children. When you are not connecting with your children, you are not the one raising them. Somebody who is talking to them, who is listening to them, is their parent too. That is why we have a lot of distance between parents and children. In fact, I started out talking with teenagers, and a lot of times they come back and say, Mommy did, Daddy this, and I'm not doing, I'm tired. What is that? You will tell us to do this and we are trying. And the mommy, and on that note was when Parenting Connect was battered. So that as we are talking to the children, we are talking to the parents. Parents, do it like this. Just follow us. Just follow what I've said. I say these things under authority. It's not because it's me, but I've seen results. That's one thing I also learned to do. I don't say to you what I have not practiced. I don't say to you what I'm not living. If I've not done it, I would not talk about it. And so the day I wrote Heads Up Parents that year, my husband asked me a question. Have you raised a teenager successfully? You are writing books to parents. I said the Holy Spirit asked me. Then he left it. On the day we were launching the book, I didn't know the press were around. I did not know. I don't know. I didn't know who invited them. And they interviewed my daughter when I was in the hall. And they asked her, do you think your mom has the authority to write such a book like this? And she answered yes. They asked her, do you think is your mom, this thing she wrote in the book? And all the things they asked her, she said yes. Sincerely, I celebrate the grace of God on my life. But it came through being intentional. I want you to be intentional parents. Be the go-to person for your children. That is how to raise wholesome children. If you are not present in their life today, you will not be present in their memories tomorrow. If they will know that mommy is there, daddy is there somewhere, I'm sending, but they will not be present. You will not find them. They'll just come to you. Maybe there's a celebration, they'll come. When you ask for them to come, they'll just give you excuses. They'll give you excuses. So the way to be intentional on this journey is to sit down after today. If you are not being intentional, after today, sit down. What are the wrongs? What am I doing wrong in parenting? Why am I having this feedback from my children? Am I saying because I'm intentional, my children are outside this world? No. Every human being makes mistakes. But one prayer I pray, and I would like you to write down, is the mistake that your children will make that will cost them their destiny, God will give them grace to say no to such mistakes. They will not make such mistakes in Jesus' name. It's all being intentional, sincerely, nothing more. That is the way to raise wholesome children. The Bible says, train up a child in the way he should go. And when he is grown, he will not depart from it. Your part is to train, but a lot of us are teaching. A lot of us are teaching. Train. Even Abraham, God said, I know him, he will train. He will teach, he will train. But a lot of us concentrate on teaching. You are not just a teacher, you are a trainer. You are a trainer. That is the assignment God gave you. Let me break it down. Being a teacher, do you know a Muslim can teach the Bible? A Muslim, that's why a Muslim can teach the Bible. Just read and teach. You can teach anything. But can you train on everything? No. The train has the engine in front. and the coaches are behind. Wherever the train is going, that is where the direction the coaches will go. If any coach is disconnected, then there's a problem. So the importance of training is you have gone through that part before. You are the elder one here. You are the parents here. Hold your children by their hands and lead them in the way they should go. That is what the Bible is asking you to do. That is what the Bible is asking us to do. But many of us, we leave these children in the hands of people that do not share the same values with us. And then we're asking questions, where did I get it wrong? You got it wrong by handing over your children to people who do not have the same values as you. One thing I say to teenagers is, anyone, and I'm saying it to us this morning, anyone whose values does not align with your own value should not be in your space. Anybody whose values does not align with your own values should not be in your space. Create boundaries. I'm sure we've all seen that picture and that video where a son was asking the mom, you left your jewelry because you forgot your jewelry. You are shivering. You went to cover it. You went to lock it up. You could not leave your jewelry in the care of the house help, but you can leave me in the care of the house help. So the jewelries are more important to you. A father says to his son, is a coat. Watch where you are going in life. And then the boy turns back, Dad, you watch where you are going because I am walking in your steps. Can your children walk in your steps? There's this thing that we say in the space of parenting, that when your child cannot walk in your step, then you have missed it. There is a power of first mention. Who is mentioning what to your child first? If you are not the one, there's a problem. There are so many things we are to our children. We're supposed to be their cheerleader. We're supposed to be their go-to person on every aspect. Sexuality, education, in all aspects, because you are the parents. They should look up to you for answers. When you don't have the answers, tell them, I'll get back to you, son, daughter, I don't know what, I'll get back to you. Part of my being intentional, raising my children, is to talk to them about sexuality early. Early. Some of us say, but I talk to them, I tell them their private parts. See, we have gone past that now. We've gone past that. Every part of your child's body is private to your child. That is the new message. Every part of your child's body is private to your child. Your child's hair is private to her or him. Your child's hand, if I say don't shake me, don't shake me. Don't touch my nose, it's private to me. Don't touch my lips, it is private to me. We have to be that intentional. I remember a story when my boys, after my daughter, who I said is a graduate, God remembered us and blessed us with a set of twins. I was on the road where I was driving from their school. And somehow I just looked into the mirror and I saw that they were giggling. And then I turned. I said, what is that? He said, nothing. I kept driving. And I said, what is it? Tell me now. Then one of them now said, if we tell you, will you be angry? I promised. And I said, I won't be angry. Just tell me. And then one of them said, is, when you are watching something, your penis will be doing number one. Wow. I slowed down. I asked the other person, what is it true? He said, yes. Do you know what I did? My instinct of being intentional rolled in immediately. I parked on the road. On the road, I parked the car. As in, I parked properly and then switched off my engine and turned to my children. Wound up a bit, turned to my children. I said, what happened? What did you see? And then when your penis is doing number one, it's not number one, it's called erection. Use every opportunity to train your children. Use every opportunity to have conversations with them. That is where parenting is going now. So they said, yes. And what did you see? What prompted that? And they said, where we were coming from, an eatery, they were actually playing musicals. And there was so much nudity in the musicals. Nudity. Do you know that from that time, the next time I went to that eatery was after like almost 4 years again. I stopped going there because I cannot tell them not to play their musical. Do you understand? But I can help my children. I had a program recently. I said it's sex on the streets. And it's the truth. There's sex everywhere on the street. So you are still saying, my children doesn't, is a lie. They know more than you. So you should be talking about it. Talk about their sexuality. Talk about their education. Talk about their tomorrow. Talk about God, their relationship with God. That is the number one. Pray the prayer that, oh God, let my children encounter you. Let my children encounter you. That's a powerful prayer. Because when they encounter God, then your job is done. So I used that opportunity to have that conversation with them. And from that day till today, they are teenagers, but they come to me when anything, hey, there is erection, there's wet dreams, there's this, they talk to me. And that's the truth. And it was from there I also discovered that they said to me one day, Mommy, you don't understand. You are not a man. I said, okay. I'm not a man, but do you know I have an husband? Your daddy is my husband and he has penis. And then we had another conversation. Every inch of the way, the importance of you reading a book outside mathematics and English, the importance of you learning a skill, every aspect, be the go-to person to your children. When they go outside to find answers to their questions, the results are very sad. And it's always very difficult to undo. It takes a lot more effort. It takes money. It takes time. Why not do the right thing? Stop the yelling. Stop the screaming. Stop shaking. Stop it. And medically, it's not even good for you. I also did a training on that. Medically, it's not good for you to be yelling or to be shouting. I personally have heard a close friend, he was shouting when he slumped. It's late. Because when you are shouting, you are vibrating, your pulse rate increases, your heartbeat increases, you have a slight headache. All sorts of things happen to us, to people when they are shouting. Me, I'm no more there by the grace of God. So if you are still there, seek for help. That's another mistake I think parents are making today. When they say your child is not doing well in mathematics or in science, you get teacher. You go and bring teacher to come and teach extra class or learn extra things and all that. But when they say your child is misbehaving morally, you start beating the child and you start shouting. Seek for help. Seek for help. You also go for trainings, go for sessions. Some are free, some are not free. Pay for it. Same parents, you take your children to all the expensive places, but doing the things that matters to their heart, you will not do. And you are expecting to raise an wholesome child. It doesn't fall from heaven. You have to be intentional about it. Recently, I just said to my boys, I'm not the advocate of seizing phone from children, but if it works for you, fine. I'm not giving to it. What I do is talk about it before you give them the phone. Talk about the internet. I talk to teenagers a lot about that because what goes online stays online. Talk about the menace, the stupid things on the internet, the things they should not type, the site they should not go to. Children are going to. In fact, Google, gave reports recently that the highest number of people that visit the porn are teenagers in Africa. And they said the figure in Nigeria is worse. Say, my children are this, my children are that, my son does not do this, is a lie. If you have not spoken about it, then your child is very likely doing what you are thinking is not doing. Seek for help. There are so many you can read books, you can attend sessions, seek for counsel, go for therapy, because if you are not okay, you cannot raise children that are okay. I want to believe I'm not the only one here. I believe that we are listening, because as I'm talking, I'm still learning. I'm saying some things that I'm asking myself, you need to attend to this. And stop following people that say to you, in my home is coaches or mentors that say, my home is perfect, my children are perfect. It's not true. We are all living this life. Let me share something with us that happened to me in July. I guess I've told us how I stopped yelling, right? July, just this July, one of the twins, I can't remember what he did. That's another thing I'm intentional about. To forget things. Don't be storing things in your head, be having diarrhea. This person annoyed me. You are not obeying scriptures. Love does not take record of evil. Remember. So one of them did something I didn't like. Sincerely, as I'm talking to you, I can't remember the story, but I knew he did something I didn't like. Do you know what I did? I pursued him from kitchen shouting. I'm that vulnerable. That's why I'm talking to us like this. Just this July. The same me that I've stopped yelling. I pursued him. He was going. And by the time I grabbed him, I didn't beat him. I shook him like this and I was shouting, I don't like this. Don't do this to me. Blah, blah, blah. And then my husband woke up from sleep and took him away from me. That morning was a Sunday morning. And then we packed our bag. Everybody. I was still palpitating. Who sent me? Everybody carried everything. We went to the car. And as I was driving, the Holy Spirit asked me, you have done well, Shay, and you are going to teenage church to go and teach. Is it like this? Of course, I repented and I said, Lord, I'm sorry, give me grace. We got to church. You know how we get to church and we are smiling. Good morning, everybody. Hey, their parents, repent too. And then your child is confused. Is it not the same woman? You know, if you have abused your child before you left home or you have slapped it, then your child will be wondering, it's better we be living in church. Some children have said that before. I think we should be living in church because it's better here. So I got to church. We got to teenage church. I sat down at my table. I've kept my Bible, kept my things. And we were talking. Then we have this session that we call, how was your week? As in the week that passed. What were your experiences and all that? They all said everything. By the time it got to me, can you believe what happened to me? I couldn't talk. I just said to them, I messed up. To all the teenagers in church, yes, I did. I said, guys, I messed up and I'm about to correct it now. This is what I did this morning. This is what I did this morning. And look at me. And I told him, he was sitting far away from me. And I said, son, mommy is sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to have dragged you like that. Please forgive me. From where he was seated, he said, sorry. I was crying. But do you know, after that moment, I had peace. And that Sunday was one of the most powerful service we have ever had. Let's stop the pretense. Come down to your children's level. Connect with them so that you can influence them. If you are not connecting with your children, you cannot influence them. That's the power of atonement. If you are not seeing me, you can't influence me. You are just there as mommy, you are just there as daddy. Don't be in the ministry to neglect your children. Don't be everywhere, businesswoman, a career mommy, and lose your children. Find your children now so that tomorrow you will not be looking for them. So very quickly, I want to talk to us about the 2 C's, A and C. CCAC. And I'll be closing with that. Please note this thing I'm about to say. If you forget everything, don't forget this. If you are not conscious of the content that your children are exposed to, and you are not watching the contact they are having, you are not attuning, then you have no reason whatsoever to judge them. I'll say that again. If you are not watching the content your children are exposed to, and you are not checking the people in their space, you are not checking all that, and you are not attuning, you are not in attunement with your children, then you don't have any reason to judge them. Because CCAC is going to help you to see where your parenting is questioned. So let's take it one after the other. I'll take it. The first C is content. And I want you to know that the world our children are exposed to today, everybody that has content is fighting for a space in their head, fighting for a space in their hearts. So if you are not sure of what your children, the content your children are exposed to, then there's a problem. See, you cannot give your child a phone without telling your child the hills and the good about the phone. There's something I also did recently. We titled it, What Your Children Are Doing Online That You Don't Know. These children are smart. The first time I knew that a child can keep something in the phone, give you the phone, you will look at that phone from A to Z, you will not see anything. It was a teenager that told me. He said, Auntie Daniel, I wrapped it. It's called wrapping. Now they've changed the name. I can't remember the new name now. They will hide something behind the calculator on the phone. They will hide something behind an app on their phone. You will check from A to Z, as in you will use a whole day sitting down, checking everything like this, you will not see. So is it not better for you to talk to them, sit them down, have a conversation about this device I am about to give you? This and this and this and this you don't do. See, somebody said, hey, if I catch you doing something, I will seize the phone. When we were growing up, if you are here, you are a parent, you should know this thing I want to say. When we were growing up and they were using table phone, those ones we circle that you'll die. When they lock it, don't you use it? Let's be sincere with ourselves. Me, I used to use my uncle's phone. I just hope nobody is anyway. Nobody will go and tell him. I said this severally. See, the table phone, my uncle, they will use padlock and lock it. And then me, Aderinola, we were many at home, but all of us, we do it. I was the chief. I will go there. It's called tapping then now. Zero. Zero. You have dialed all the numbers and the phone rings and you are gisting. And then when you are done, you keep it there. And then at the end of the month, they'll bring the bill. My uncle is like, who dialed this number? I said, but you lock your phone now. It's the same thing when you seize your children's phone. Their friends have phone. Say, hey, I can't give my child phone at 16. That same girl, she's on TikTok. She's on all sorts of vices. In fact, when I saw her on Likey, I screamed. And the mother is there saying, hey, no, it's until she's 18. Hey, deceive yourself. Your children are online, even if you don't give them phone. So you must watch the content by having conversations with them. So the first C is content. Everybody that has content is fighting for a space in your child's heart. And the Bible instructs us to guard our hearts with all diligence, because out of it are the issues of life. I've seen a teenager die because he was masturbating. He became so engrossed. They said something caught. I can't remember. And then he died. He died in front of the system. He died in front of the system. There's another Sorry about that. Sorry about that. I don't know what I pressed. There's another one whose mom caught behind their wardrobe masturbating. Did you tell the child about masturbating? Did you tell the child about porn? If you did not have that conversation, you cannot be blaming your child. Sincerely, you can't. You don't have that authority. So we must have conversations about all these things. So your child is exposed to a lot of content. In fact, the LGBTQIA2S, something like that, their anthem says, "We are coming for your children and we will get them." I said, God forbid, not minus my own, minus your own. They are so strategic to the extent that I have a brother who they went to meet to pay him, the LGBTQ world, to pay him to be part, as in, he should allow them to use his platform. And they were going to pay him 90 million, something like that. One nonsense. In fact, the money to me was rubbish. And somebody else took that job on. Last year, 2022, the person succeeded. A lot of school teachers have been compromised. Plenty. Plenty. Remember, I said I go to the field. I go to schools a lot, just in the bid to catch one child at a time. Now there's a team I also volunteer to follow. We were in a school for about 9 weeks. We go there every Friday. And then towards the 8th week, we had a one-on-one session with the children. Let me shock you. A 13-year-old girl who lives with her parents under the same roof is using Coke bottle to masturbate. There's a 16-year-old I met who has lost count of how many men she has slept with. I asked her, I said, talk to me, because by the grace of God, they talk to us. Those things they are not telling you, they are telling us. She said, I said 5. She said no. She put her head down. I said, look at me, just look at me and talk to me. I want to help you. I counted to 10. She said no. So they are more than 10, 16-year-old. These children are under our roof. There's a school I went to, I wept because of the things I heard in that school. By the grace of God, I talk to boys a lot. Do you know why? Everybody is talking to the girl child. Everybody is talking to the girl child. Who is talking to the boy child? Who is talking to the boy child? I wrote out a charge for the boy child. When I saw a charge written to the girl child, I think about 20 charges, I'll be 25. By the time I got angry in my spirit and I picked up the pen, by the time I stopped, I had written 40. A charge to the boy child. Because most times, the boy child becomes lonely. You are taking care of the girl child. The boy child, you say to the boy, boys don't cry, boys don't, you are a boy, you shouldn't be. What's that? Boys are emotional beings too. We all are. So you must talk to your child. Content, have conversations. Stop this shouting and I'm your mother, I'm your father. We know. Nobody is contesting that. Be real to your children. I even developed a contract for my sons. Yes. How to use the phone and the behavioral contract. Yes. You must sign. If you don't sign, you can't use phone. Yes. It's part of having conversations. Talk about everything with your child. If you can't, go and learn. If you cannot, look for somebody who can be your child's mentor. See, we have lost community parenting. And the next thing to do is to look for a coach or a mentor that can help your child. That's the truth right now. They say to you, your child is not, cannot agree. Say, yeah, that's her behavior. You have failed. What's behavior? What kind of nonsense behavior is that? So I'm sorry to be sounding like this. I'm just being real. So please, content, you must have conversations around it. And then the next C is contact. Who are your children exposed to? I told us one, you care so much about your jewelry, you go and hide it, but you leave your child with the same house girl you are hiding jewelry for. I'm not saying don't have house girl, don't misunderstand me. Who are the contacts your children are exposed to? I learned this from my uncle. If he's not going to be around, the wife must be around. There's nothing that is taking two of them out of the house. Does it happen? Maybe once in a while, but it's not the regular in their home. If this person is traveling, the next person, even with all the aunties at home, the next person is around because of their children. And that has helped me in my home. Because of all the August programs I'll be having from the 5th of August till date, I'm still in one this evening. From the 5th of August, because of me, my husband left, as in, if he let go of the allowances he will get in the field to be at home so that where somebody is with the children. Our children are not babies, they are teenagers, but we must be there somehow. You must balance it. I know you have to go and work, make money and all that. There must be a balance. If you must bring somebody, who is that person? If they must go to somebody's house, that's how somebody said to me, let them come and stay in my house. And I say, hey, don't worry, me. Just carry my children and go and stay somewhere. No. Have they gone to people? Of course, sure. There are people that I know that their values, the value system in their home, they have structure, they have culture. If you don't have a culture in your home, you have a culture in your home that you go through, and then the next person does not have any culture, the children just behave anyhow, there's a problem. So you must be in charge of the contacts. Your children are coming. Your child is somebody's friend in school. You don't know their parents. What are you doing? Almost my children, the one that they are close to them, I know them. In fact, the person my daughter is in their house, I know them. Do you understand? Be that intentional. That's the way to raise, because the children will see what you are doing and they'll be there for you tomorrow. So the next one there is the A. Is called attunement. I've mentioned it along the line. If you are not seeing me, you cannot influence me. And that's the power of attunement. If you are not in my space, you cannot help me. And that's what a lot of parents are doing. You are not in your children's spaces. I'm calling us to intentionality this morning. That is the way to raise wholesome children, balanced children, so that we can live in a secular society. This society is messed up. The society is messed up. And the only way to thrive is to raise wholesome children under grace. Under grace. It's not something you can do with flesh. You can't. You can't achieve it. That's the truth. There are houses here where I live in Port Harcourt where they have children who, what they do every day is just to go buy drinks, go buy cigarettes, then carry girls. As you are sleeping in the same space, as you are sleeping with this girl, she'll go to another boy. Stop their lives. So you must know who is in your children's space. Can it be 100%? No. But even the 50 you know can be of influence to their lives. So be conscious about it. Know what you are doing part-time. If you are not in their, if you are not, it's like empathy. Put yourself in their shoes. What is going on now? See, somebody saying they will get, last, everybody will be all right. I don't like that statement. Last, after they have been messed up, is that what you want? I don't like that last. All of us laugh about it. They say, last, everybody will be all right. What are you doing about being all right? What are you doing? You have to be intentional about being all right. Otherwise, what is happening around you can make somebody be insane. So you must know what you are doing part-time. I must attune. Attunement is being in their space, feeling what they are feeling, and being able to help them overcome their trials. Things will happen to them that when you attune, you can help. If you are not in their space, you cannot. So, and then the last C talks about conduct. I'm rounding up now. The last C is talking about conduct. So we've talked about content, contact, attunement, and conduct. So if you are not working on the content that your children are exposed to, you don't know who is in their space, the contacts. You yourself as a parent, you are not attuning. You cannot blame their conduct. Conduct is as a result of these other three put together. So if you're not having conversations, you're not exposing them to things. I told you about, like, I'm still talking about this phone thing. The contract, I'm putting it together as a form of a worksheet or something that will be available to parents very soon, very shortly. Sign my contract is an agreement between you and I. If you do like this, I do like this. There's a time to stop, drop the phone. Just drop it. Nobody is going to ask you. They are getting used to that now. Just go and drop it. When the time reaches, go and drop it. There's no, what is your child doing with phone on the bed at night and you go and sleep? For what? So work on content, work on the contact, be attuned, and then you can say good about the conduct. So if you have not done well with content, with contact, you are not attuning, you cannot blame conduct. You can't. You have no right. When you don't deposit in the bank, you cannot go there and withdraw. So I want to charge us in closing, please be an attuned parent. Be an attuned parent. Be intentional in parenting. Be intentional about what you do. And these are my final words. In connectedness, please listen to this. In connectedness, truth without relationship brings rejection. You are telling your child the truth and you don't have a relationship with that child, your child will reject your truth. Rules without relationship will bring rebellion. You just give rules. There are some parents like that. Rule. You give rules without relationship, without connection, your children will rebel. And then lastly, discipline without relationship. All your own is to discipline. This one. Discipline is discipleship. Oh, go and write it down. Discipline is discipleship. It is not slapping. It is not cane. Did I say don't flog your children? I did not say so. But discipline is not flogging. It's not beating. So discipline without connection, discipline without relationship brings bitterness. It brings anger and it brings resentment. And I know you don't want all this anymore, even if you're experiencing it right now. So add to your truth, to your rules, and to your discipline, add connectedness. And that way, by the grace of God, you'll be able to raise balanced, wholesome children in this society. And lastly, it is my business how you are raising your children. It is my business. Because if I'm raising my children well and you are not, or if you are raising your children well and I'm not, they will meet somewhere. They will meet in the marketplace. They will meet in the society. And what will be the result? The ones that are not being trained, that are not being helped, by somehow, the other ones begin to struggle and there's a problem. So let us all work hand in hand as we raise balanced, wholesome children in this society. God bless you all. As you just become intentional parents, don't forget, be an intentional parent. That way, you can raise wholesome children. Thank you so much. And I will stop here. Coach, I'm done for now. If you allow me to continue, we will not end this session. I'm done. I can take questions now.
Can't take picture to remove the banner. Yeah, bring the mommy. The mommy is here. Who put the banner on? Hello, mommy.
I'm here. I'm here.
We are back.
Okay, so I was saying
The
that
internet just went down. But we are back.
it happened to me here too. I was just saying to everybody to remember to be intentional. That way we'll raise wholesome children. When you need help, seek for help. Okay. Our host, she has books. I have books. There are times, there are sessions. Just be exposed to all these things. In all this that we are doing, I don't joke with learning. God called, but if you don't learn, how can you influence? So we do a lot of learnings, we do a lot of sessions, we have one-on-one sessions, we have the Green Things Hub. Go just find somewhere to get solutions, and then God is going to help you bless your efforts to raise wholesome children. So that those are my final words.
Thank you so much, mommy. Thank you, ma. Thank you so much. Wow. Everybody, let the technical man check the comment section for me. Let's show mommy some love. Let's show her some love in the comment section. This is powerful. This is revelational. It's eye-opening. Oh, please, let me see the comment section. Let the technical man, let me check the comment section if you are there. If your internet was not down, it's not down too. Please. Thank you. This is mind blowing. Wow. No, I was writing and writing. I don't know what to. I don't even know the exact thing to write any longer because the thing was just coming, eating every one of us back, left and right, eating us, and want to say thank you, ma, for this wonderful section. And the most impactful one was, as in like that unforgettable one, was the CCAC. Oh, please, can you bring that up for me? The CCAC, man. We are going to listen to this section over and over again. We must get it right. Like I said in that introduction video, that as I was praying about this program, the Holy Spirit told me that anybody that abides, that hear and apply anything we say in this program to his or our family life, that will be settled permanently. I was sweeping, then I was just speaking in tongues, singing, and the words came. So you know that the person will be settled, the family will be settled in harmony permanently. So please, this section is a section you have to go and wash over again. As for me, I'm going to wash it over again. I will eat it raw, and I will raw with it. I'm a coach also, but I had some things this morning that struck me so hard, and I want to say thank you, ma. We can't thank you enough. From my angle, I cannot see the comment section, but our technical person, if you can see the comment section, can you bring up the question? I know there are questions in the comment section for mommy to answer before she leaves. Please bring it up on the screen. Bring it up on the screen. Let me zoom and see if I can read this. Let me zoom. Okay.
Yeah, I can.
Somebody says, okay, mommy, can you see it?
Yes, I can.
How do I have a relationship with my boys?
They seem to struggle with obeying my instructions. That's a normal. Please don't fret. That's a normal thing for a boy child. Is but a lot of times I have to say this if you want me to tell you the truth. once you miss it at the beginning, that's the truth. Once you miss it at the early age, that is ages between 5 to 9. Once you miss it at that time, it becomes a big struggle. That's the sincere truth. But is it correctable? Sure. So now for me, in answering this, I want you to have a conversation with your children, with your boys. You are going to have a general meeting, that is with them, all of them. If there are two, the two of them, you sit down with them and have this conversation. Then two, you are going to have this conversation one on one, as in individually. It works like magic. Those kind of meeting works like magic. So you are going to sit down with them. See, stop. Like I said it during that session. Stop shouting. It won't work. Call your son one by one and sit them down. Son, this is what is mommy doing. Sorry, NEPA just took light, so I'm in a dark. Son, what am I doing that you don't like? It will shock you, the things. You will do it genuinely, and it doesn't happen in one day. It doesn't happen in one day. You have to do it bit by bit in chunks, here and there. So number one, let me say number one is take care of yourself. Say to yourself, I'm going to get this right. If I've missed it, Lord help me. And then start having those tiny little meetings. Call the meetings, tiny little ones, bit by bit. And then you call one and sit down. Let's talk, son, let's talk. What is it that mommy has done that you don't like, or mommy is doing that you don't like? If they want to be sincere, it will shock you the results. And then make up your mind not to go crazy when they tell you. If you do, they won't talk again. They will shut up finally. So when they are saying it and it's paining you, just swallow it. Just be swallowing it. And then once you settle down, by the help of the Holy Spirit, you just say to them, come, this and this and this is all I require of you. But you are not doing it. So you get me upset. That is why I'm like this. I want you to be this. I desire you to be this. And that is the will of God for you. Just have those conversations as little as you think it is. Some might not last more than 5 minutes. And by the time you get to the one that will last 10, 20, 30 minutes, you'll be shocked. And then along the line, you can create rewards. You can create rewards. It's not bribing. You don't give them before they do. Do you understand? Reward system in that. See, a lot of us, it's just that we didn't have time. I wanted to do a small little assessment and see and have a feel of the set of kind of parents we have in the house. A lot of times we send our children, you just say, Shegun, get me water. I'm not saying you can't do that. But it's from the home the children learn a lot. When you say, Shegun, please get me water, it's different from Shegun, get me water. When Shegun brings the water and he says, thank you, my son, thank you, my darling, thank you, just it does something in their hearts. It does something in their heart. It's connecting them to you, and they are learning your own values. They are learning your own culture, because a lot of us have strategy in our homes, but culture eats up strategy every day, every day. So build a culture of being in their space, just talking to them one-on-one. Stop being edgy. Have that conversation once in a while, and then tell them what you desire from them. A lot of parents, we don't care about these little things, but they are very important. Reward system in that, oh, who did this? Who cleared this place? I give you data. Or, oh, next time we go out, I give you this. Or next time you come back from home, you just say, son, have this. And it's as a result of, somebody said something recently and said, there's the power of repetition or something like that in communication. I said, you have entered my trap. Oh. She said, how? I said, so you know there's power of repetition. You know there is power of repeating something. Why then do you want to kill your son? Say, I told him once, he did not hear. I told him twice, he did not hear. I've told him 3 times, he did not hear. Say it 5 times. Is it easy? No. It's not, but it's doable. I practice these things, so I know it is, and I've taught it to many, and it's working. It's just that we lose patience a lot. Patience a lot. Don't give up. The first time it might not work. Second time, and by the time you are doing it more, and then your children are not senseless. They are human beings like you. It's just that you came to this world before them. So by the time you do that, they are seeing and they are wondering, mommies. There's a boy who told me in church yesterday, said my mom is changing. Since she entered your group, she's changing. I was happy for him because he was smiling more. He was more at peace. Do you understand? So it's doable. Talk with them, have meetings. In one of the meetings we have in my home, it's called family time. That meeting, the last time we had it, it was my daughter that was crying. The other time we had it, my husband was so upset, but he couldn't express the anger. You can't. You must hear what everybody has to say. Hey, daddy, you did like this, and I did. Daddy, mommy, you are like this, mommy. They've said it to my face before, and I was like, if I catch these children, but you can't catch them. It's a meeting where everybody can be vulnerable. And then the individual meeting, they have special concerns. Call your son. If you can't do it, learn. I teach parents how to connect with their children, how to help them connect. Yes, you can buy books even if you don't want any coach, but it's important to learn. Buy books and read. There's a book I bought, and then it says something like how to frustrate your children. The topic of the book, very interesting. But of course, it was the opposite in the book. Do you understand? So look for books and buy. Attend sessions where you can learn. That's the essence of all these sessions we're having. Attend. Look for a coach. Look for a mentor that can help you, that can be in your space. Okay? So that's my submission. Please have those conversations with your children. And if you don't know how, ask questions. Ask more. Thank you.
Thank you, ma. In fact, I can testify to this. No, my first child is a boy, and one way I usually connect with him, just like mommy just said, one way I usually connect with him is one-on-one. Anything I want him to do, I call him one-on-one. Any attitude or behavior I want him to change, I call him one-on-one. And in case he's angry, I call him one-on-one. And the second thing she said, respect. Children also need to be respected. Many times adults ask for respect. We just want the children to show respect. But they also, every human being has this desire to be respected. So children can be respected by the parents also, just like mommy said. Children can be respected also. So respect is reciprocal. If you want the child fully, parents respect children. Please. Thank you, mommy. Thank you. Is there another question in the comment section? Can you bring it up for us? Please bring it up. Is it up? Okay, there is another one. I have to. Can you see it now?
I can see it. How can I handle or educate my... Oh, they've taken it too. How can I handle on erection? Teenage boy on the issue of erection. Ma or sa, it still boils down to, if you didn't start it early, it will be a bit difficult, okay? But it's like I always say, there's nothing impossible with God. So honest conversation. See, in Africa, we have this thing, so calling penis, vagina, erection. You don't want to say these things. You are shy. You don't want to say these things before your children. Why shall you shy? Erection, penis is penis, vagina is vagina, erection is erection. Do you understand? Like we all celebrate our daughters' menstruation once they start. You celebrate it, you are happy, and then you call your daughter. Now you are a woman. This can happen, that can happen, and blah blah blah. You need to take care of yourself. Do you call your son and talk to him there? Erection is normal. Okay? If you're not even, to my children, before they became teenagers, I used to tell them, any day you wake up, you don't have erection, tell me, oh, so let me quickly attend to it. Do you understand? So if you didn't have those conversations and you are starting now, I want to advise you to be as vulnerable as you can. Say to your son, even if your son is a teenager, you can start. There's nothing wrong saying penis. There's nothing wrong saying erection. It's a normal thing. If you are not having it as a boy, there is a problem. We need to arrest it immediately. And then talk to him that his erection, to prove his manhood, is not anything to his tomorrow. You can't be proving that you are a boy and start having sex. That is how you know that you're a man. No. You should keep yourself as the girl child is keeping herself. And your erection is God-given. It's something that makes you know that you are alive and that you are growing. You know, there are basic things you just talk about for him to understand, to be able to come back to you. There was a day one of my boys had erection, and the erection was not coming down, and he was coming to me like that. At the mommy, I said, oh, let's just go take a shower. And then maybe we'll take a walk. Before shower sef, maybe the thing heard what we were planning, the thing came down. It will come down. Except, of course, you used medication that you will need medical attention. So stop building. And then the other aspect I want you to take, like, seriously, is the aspect of talking about crushing. It's a normal thing for teenagers to crush. So you tell them you crush your crush. Because if you keep building, keep thinking about your crush, you'll continue having an erection all the time. So you don't prove your erection. Having an erection doesn't prove, obeying your erection doesn't prove that you are a man. So if you have a direction in life, you are going somewhere in life, don't obey the dictates of your erection. Say that to your son. If you are going somewhere in life, you have an ambition, you have a direction, you have somewhere you are aiming to be tomorrow. Stop obeying the dictates of your erection. You are having erection, go take a shower, take a walk. Your erection doesn't want to be standing on the road. By the time you get to your gate or you play in your compound, it will come down. Just redirect your thoughts and say to yourself, keep helping your son. There are affirmations, plenty. There are many affirmations. I've written one for teenagers, Olokiki things, on my way to being reputable. Those things in that book, they are just reminders, an affirmation of who you are. So please, it is still talking. No? I wrote one thing some time ago. I said, have you talked this morning? Have you talked today? Talk some more. Keep talking. Talk again and start all over. Do you understand? Keep talking. You can't run away from talking about it. Please stop this being shy. I think it is inside my the path to intentional parenting that this thing. There are things you can read everywhere. Do you understand? That will help you to understand. You must be comfortable with your own sexuality before you can talk to your son. I'll leave it at that.
Wow. You must be comfortable with your own sexuality before you can speak or teach your son about sexuality. Wow. Thank you, Ama. Another thing that's the issue here with parents is, just like you said, the parent can pay parent can pay for mathematics class, they can pay for extra English class, they can pay for everything. Some even pay for a miracle center for their children. When it comes to life skills, when it comes to building life skills, when it comes to building behavior, character, Christian family wants to they want to pray about it. And the place of prayer is from the place of knowledge. So I think we need to start talking in church now. Prayer cannot do everything. Calabashing, you are this, that cannot do everything. I think we should allow our children to go for camps. Allow
Very important, oh, very important. Like for if not for this session and what we had the last year, no, this year, my children have attended camp. Oh. You must go to camp. Go and mix, go and learn. Attend sessions. They are attending session from this evening till Sunday. They are going to be attending session. It's different from the one we are doing in church. See, expose your children. The way they fail maths and you go and collect maths teacher, that's the way you go and expose them to session or collect coach or
I don't know
mentor
if you
for
are still
them.
hearing me.
I can hear you, ma. Can you hear me? I can hear you. I don't know if you can hear me. Can anyone confirm if I can be heard, please? Okay, before she comes back, if you can hear me, I'm saying that the same way you attend to your child not doing well in school very swiftly, that is the same way you should attend to your child about morals, about behaviors, about skills. You think your child is not doing well in this and you can't talk about it, look for a mentor. I know there are lots of coaches out there, some are just fraudulent, but genuinely look for one and hand your children over to them. My children have mentors. I don't joke with it. In fact, I will go behind and arrange it sometimes. Sometimes I will ask them, do you like this person or this person? So for them, they have like four. Once I mention coach this, they know that. So now between today and Sunday, they are going to be attending a session with one of their coaches. Do you understand? So it's very important. Let them be exposed to all these things. You can't do it alone. Your part is the training, but every other thing you can't do alone. A lot of teenagers that are in my space that their parents paid for session or that I should coach them this, okay, they have these issues and then I have to talk to them. The things they say to me, hey, if their mom should hear 1/10 of it. In fact, there was last year, January to this year, January, I did a series of assessment with teenagers. The results were mind blowing. Where a child said to me, he has slept with 5 house helps in their home. 5 house helps in their home under the same roof with daddy and mommy. And they didn't know. If this house help leaves, they employ another one, he starts. The first one exposed him to it. Right now, he is 14. He's messed up. I'm looking for a way. I just went to their school and he was talking to me. Unfortunately, I know his mom. Unfortunately. And this mom, when she's talking outside, say, my sons talk to me, they relate with me. It's a lie. Oh. Even me that I say I'm a coach. My daughter, I'll be stupid to say that she's telling me everything. There's this thing about you that you just keep. Even you as an adult. There's this thing that you don't just tell everybody, you don't just talk about. But if I want to give it percentage, I will say in over 100, I can vouch for a minimum of 89, 90 that she's talking to me about. We talk. I talk to my children. What are you doing? Let's all be in our children's lives, in their spaces, so that we can influence them to do right. And God will help us all in Jesus' name. I don't think she can connect anymore, and I don't know if this is still on. So if there are other questions, maybe we should answer before she gets back. Network is really messing up this morning, so let's just trust God. I don't know. Wow, it's like she still cannot enter. This is so.
Aderinola is a trained civil engineer turned into engineering parent and teens relationship with a passionate desire about transforming the parent and teenagers' relationship dynamics in Africa and beyond. She is the founder of Parent Teen Connect, a social impact initiative set up to build the gap between parents and their teenagers. Aderinola is a wife, a mother, and a daughter of Zion, connected to the very source of life, God Himself. She is also the CEO of Daring's Thread, an indigenous tailoring, garments production, and manufacturing company. She is the author of the critically acclaimed Heads Up Parent Toolkit, an easy-to-read parenting guide, affirmation cards, and worksheets. Her latest books are The Path to Intentional Parenting, Olokiki Teens, On My Way to Being Reputable, My Affirmations for Parents, and 1 Corinthians 13 Teenager. She is an exceptional teen mentor, the parent teen coach, treatment and prevention of substance use. Afolaranmi is a trained civil engineer turned into engineering parent and teens relationship with a passionate desire about transforming the parent and teenagers' relationship dynamics in Africa and beyond. She is the founder of Parent Teen Connect, a social impact initiative set up to build the gap between parents and their teenagers. Aderinola is a wife, a mother, and a daughter of Zion, connected to the very source of life, God Himself. She is also the CEO of Daring's Thread, an indigenous tailoring, garments production, and manufacturing company. She is the author of the critically acclaimed Heads Up Parent Toolkit, an easy-to-read parenting guide, affirmation cards, and worksheets. Her latest books are The Path to Intentional Parenting, Olokiki Teens, On My Way to Being Reputable, My Affirmations for Parents, and 1 Corinthians 13 Teenager. She is an exceptional teen mentor, the parent-teen coach, treatment and prevention of substance use disorder therapist, trainee facilitator of John Maxwell's Change Your World value tables, anger management therapist, and a certified sex therapist. She is the lead, the Green Teens Hub, convener, When Parents Gather, the Home is at Peace, Teenagers Time Out with Auntie Derry, a writer and an author. She is the voice of the teenager ringing in the ears of their parents, helping parents in raising wholesome and balanced children in the 21st century and being in the teens space, helping them to take informed decisions after answering the question, who am I? Please join me to welcome Aderinola Afolaranmi.